Okay. Welcome, everyone, to the 38th episode of Some Casual Takes, a podcast hosted by me, Stephen Pepper, featuring other sports fans debating interesting topics with the most casual takes. This episode is brought to you by no one, and we're here with Legend. Legend is finally on the pod, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yo.
TikTok's lives, smartest NBA dude on TikTok Live. Legend, bro.
What, bro?
Still in the basement. I'm going to try to work on my setup for the stream. The backdrop sucks. You see a fridge and all that. I'm going to work on it later. I'm going to maybe try to stream my room because I have a nice backdrop there. But I can be loud down here, which I like. Finally got the new HDMI port. Remember I said this was broken? Fixed it. I got the Apple brand now because the Apple brand's not going to fail. I had to spend some extra money on it. But now I have my camera working on my monitor so it doesn't look like I'm looking like all the way down on my laptop. And I got the mic back. So hopefully the audio is different. But how we doing, Legend, bro? Finally got you on the pod, bro.
I'm all right, bro. I mean, I've been busy, so that's my bad. But
this is Legend's tryout, bro. This is Legend's tryout. If he says something dumb, this is the last time you'll ever see Legend. Nah, I'm just playing.
Damn.
But real quick before we get into some games, I was gonna do a pod yesterday for a more raw Lakers reaction. However, it's hard to do a pod when everyone's out on a Saturday night and to come on a Sunday. So we moved it to Monday. But Monday's usually when I do my pods. But breaking news when I woke up this morning, Melo retired. Yo, Legend, where you from, bro?
I'm from Patterson, New Jersey.
Oh, so you grew up watching Knicks. You grew up watching Melo, right?
Yeah.
So how you feel about this Carmelo retiring, bro?
I mean,
19 years, 20 years. Well, he took a year off, so 19 seasons.
All right, so here's the thing. I think Melo's overrated, but the one thing I will say I got from Melo was a triple threat. His triple threat, his jab, his weight, like his weight score. He made me love the triple threat so much. So I took it from him.
Caught the ball like this, turn around at the post.
Yeah, he made me love the triple threat so much. So I just use it like so frequently more now.
The Hezo Melo.
Yeah.
Favorite color yellow. Melo, I think is a 10-time All-Star. Great career, man. Part of the All-75 team. Y'all know my thoughts on Melo. I think he's overrated.
Yeah.
He's a great scorer, but that's about it. But he announced his retirement. I'm not going to say he's overrated on his retirement day. He's still had a great career. He's one of the best players of this game. Like I said, he's a top 75 player. Although I do believe he's on that lower part of that top 75. He's still a top 75 player, man. He had a great career. If you didn't win a championship, but hey, if you still had Melo's career without a championship, you made all that money, you're top 10 all-time in scoring, top 75 player of this game, you wouldn't complain. So shout out to Melo, man.
Wait, hold on. Wasn't like Melo like the 2012, 2013 scoring champion?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It was third in MVP, couple All-NBA, second teams. Melo was nice, man. I just wish LeBron could have got him a ring last year, but thank Russell Westbrook for that.
All right, bro. It's not Russell's fault. Come on now.
All right. Celtics Heat was last night. Yikes. Like I said, man, if you know this pod, I was huge on the Celtics this year. I had them winning the championship to start the season. I had them winning the championship at the start of the playoffs. I had them winning the championship at the start of the series. I had them winning the championship when they were down 1-0. It's over for them. I've been praising the Celtics for so long because I've said, yo, listen, I really thought this team was going to win the championship. They started off the year from the start of the year to mid-February. This team was the number one seed in the East, probably the number one seed in the NBA. This team was on fire to start the year. I really thought those first couple of months when they came out on fire, the Ime Udoka firing didn't affect them. It looked like they picked up where they started and got better. It looked like kind of like 2014 San Antonio when San Antonio lost 2013 finals and came out 2014 and was completely just – they ran it back, but they were just better and they dominated the season. And I thought the Celtics were going to go steamroll to the NBA finals and win it with a chip on their shoulder. But I guess I misunderstood the Celtics. and the personalities and the dogs they have on this team, because there is no dog on this team. If they did have some dogs, they probably would have won a game. So Boston lost the first 2 games at home, which is unacceptable to a team, which is the 8th seed. Not just an 8th seed, a team that literally lost a play-in game to start the season, and to start the playoffs, and then was this close to getting eliminated in that second play-in game. And now they're going to lose to this team. I said again that, start of the playoffs, I was like, I thought this team, I thought Miami was going to beat Atlanta and they were going to end up playing the Celtics in the first round. And I said, look, the Celtics are just 3 times more talented. And this was before Hero and Oladipo got hurt. So the Celtics are 3 times more talented than the Heat. They're going to beat them in 5 or 6, depending on how great Jimmy Butler is. Complete opposite happened. Now, I still think Boston, but Miami is just playing better, and Miami just wants it more. So, Legend, I don't know if you watched the whole game, but what did you see real quick before I get into more? I'm gonna let you speak.
I just want to say, Bam Adebayo, bro.
Bam hold the mayo.
Bam hold the mayo. Yeah, he got my respect a lot. What's his name? Peyton, I think that's his name. I forgot what's his name, but he got my respect too. Like his playmaking, his shot creation is good for that team throughout in game 3. Duncan, bro, I like him. Like, he's a sniper. He really is.
Duncan Robinson hit 5 threes, 22 points last night.
He's a sniper. Jimmy buckets. I mean, for some reason, Jimmy Butler kind of does remind you of MJ in a certain way.
He might be MJ's kid.
Gotta be.
He might be MJ's kid.
It's just the attitude, just the mentality that Jimmy that you feel me that Jimmy expresses on the floor is like, it's crazy. That's why I love Jimmy so much, bro. It's like his heart to win. You feel me? Like, and also him being such a playoff riser. Like, how you go from 22 points to like 30 in a playoff,
like something like that. Like, and that heart to win that you said, couldn't have said it better, because I think this series, when we look at this series, when it ends, I don't know when it's going to end. I think Boston's going to win game 4. There's no way Boston loses game 4. If not, that's sad. But when the series does end, Legend's gone. He's probably doing something. When the series does end, we're going to look back and see a team in Miami that just wanted it more. Miami just wanted it more. They did. I think Boston's 3 times more talented than them, especially when Hero and Oladipo got hurt. And now Kevin Love, we don't know the status on Kevin Love. It looks like he didn't play a lot because he had to go back to the locker room. We don't even know the status on Love. He only played 5 minutes. But yet, Boston's getting smacked because they just want it more. They want it more. Psychologically, now, one of the problems I had with Boston since the playoffs last year is psychologically, I don't trust their mental. I don't trust this team's mental. I don't trust Jason Tatum's mental. I don't trust a lot of these guys' mental. They're mentally weak. And now this team is just mentally broken. I mean, when you're losing this home games, you're down 0-2, you're losing home games to an 8th. Now you're going to their place in game 3. Everyone expected you to smack Miami and regain the series. At least ESPN did. I mean, I did too. I thought they were going to be like 10 points. You quit in the first quarter. Like, Boston quit in the first quarter. Psychologically, seeing Strus, Vincent, Robinson come down, hit all those threes, bang, bang, bang. Heads went down. Fight was gone. Eyes getting rolled. Not hustling for those balls that they usually would if they were up in a different game. Psychologically, the Celtics got everything taken from them. Because, I mean, yeah, they're already down to 0-2 to begin with. But down 0-3 is impossible to come back from. No one's ever done it. You got to win 4 in a row against a team that has all the momentum in the world. The Celtics are mentally broken. And which is crazy, too, is I'm seeing this huge rebound disparity. I don't even know how they lose this game. They're clanking shots, and they're turning the ball over on a game that they had to win. And now I'm watching this game, and the rebound disparity is insane. Miami only had 1 offensive rebound. to 21 from the Celtics. And they still lost. I guess it's because the Celtics were just missing and turning the ball over every time they got the offensive rebound. But the Celtics are mentally broken and psychologically out the series. The Heat just wanted it more. Jimmy Butler taking it to Grant Williams, getting in his face. He wants it more. Jimmy Butler is the heart and soul of that team. Bam Adebayo is finally playing aggressive. Eric Spoelstra has this team ready. Butler's in the locker room, got this team ready. Who's getting this team ready for Boston? It's not Mazzulla. Maybe it was Ime, but Ime's gone, which I think is going to cost this team's future because now he's in Houston. He's probably going to turn that Houston's culture around. It's not Joe Mazzulla, Joe Mozzarella. Tatum got no dog. Brown's not much of a leader. Smart quit. Psychologically out their series. Marcus Smart is out here saying, Smart's out here saying to Jimmy Butler and them, like, yo, we beat you last year. We good. That's what Smart's saying. Smart quit. Smart literally said yesterday, apparently, it's not official, but apparently, said yesterday while down 30, we beat y'all last year. We good. I don't know why you guys are talking. Claiming last year, bro. You didn't even win the championship. That's how far you're out of the series. We beat you last year, so you basically just quit. If you're talking about what you did last year instead of what you're going to do now, you quit. You absolutely quit. Brown and Tatum played horrible. These are two All-NBA guys, two guys who I got in the top 20 in the NBA, two guys who I praised on, two guys who I just made TikToks on praising them. I did. And yet, they come out and do me this. 14 points from Tatum, 12 for Brown. 26 combined points. Gabe Vincent combined for more points than Tatum and Brown. These are all NBA guys. Gabe Vincent's undrafted. And he just combined it by himself. He dropped more points than two all NBA guys combined. 1 for 14 from 3 from the duo. You guys know what I've been saying. You guys know what I've been saying if you watch this pod for a little bit. I've been saying for the longest, the Boston Celtics are the most dangerous team in the league if Tatum or Brown are on. But what's their problem? I said if, because they're not on together most of the time. And it's a downfall of this team. And it's honestly, I'm going to talk about it in the future pod later once the series is finally over. We're going to talk about in the offseason, getting offseason plans. It's why I think Brown's got to go. Because because I think Tatum's better, so we most likely got to shop Brown. We got to blow this up. I've already hinted of this team blowing up if they lose, but now it's clear. I didn't think they were going to lose like this. I said, I made a TikTok the other day, if they don't make it back to the finals, you got to blow it up. But then I was thinking, maybe if they lose the conference finals in a tough series to like a Jimmy Butler masterclass, I'd run it back again because they are young and it's just 1 year. But if they're going out like this, you got to blow it up. Going out sad, bro. Going out sad. They just played horrible. Shout out to the Heat. No love, no hero, no Oladipo. They're putting on these numbers. And this is in spite of Jimmy Butler. This is Jimmy Butler going 5 for 13. Didn't hit a 3. Jimmy Butler only had 16 points. And yet they did this to Boston when Boston was in a must-win situation. I don't know who to blame here. I can't entirely blame the coach yet because the coach isn't the one who's shooting shots. But Mazzulla does not have his team ready. From the jump, this team got blown out. They didn't get blown out in the first quarter, but from the jump, they were losing. From the jump, in a must-win game. The second quarter was horrible. In the third quarter, at a halftime, they got blown out. So not only were you getting smacked in the first half, you had a whole halftime, which I think is like 20 minutes, to rally up your troops and get them to play. Instill that dog in them and understand the situation. And you get smacked in the third quarter, and it's even worse. So part of it goes to Mazzulla. But, I mean, you can't blame Mazzulla for Brown and Tatum going 1 for 14 from 3. This team consistently just turns the ball over. It's been the problem since last year. I knew they weren't going to clean it up, but I thought they were just too talented and had an easy path to get back to the finals to overcome it. It's still a huge detriment. And when they're not hitting shots, Because I thought if they were going to hit shots, they can overcome this turnover issue. No. And also looks like Boston, if the only way Boston can win a game is if they blow a team out. Because they can't play in the fourth quarter. And it seems like this team can't overcome adversity. Just sad. Absolutely sad for Boston. Smart is not hitting shots this entire series. White's not hitting shots. Horford's missing threes. The team had good looks too. It's not like Miami was just suffocating them on the three-point line. They couldn't get shots off unless they were heavily contested. They had wide open looks, and they were just missing it. But that's the Celtics. I don't want to talk about the Celtics anymore. I want to talk about Jimmy Butler too. But it's not just Jimmy Butler. Again, like I said earlier, this team just blew out Boston, the 2 seed, the team that was just in the NBA Finals last year, a team that I had winning the NBA Finals. They blew them out, but Jimmy Butler had a mid-game. So it makes me wonder, I'm seeing this narrative come up. I'm seeing this point come up like now. I think it needs to go away. I've been seeing it a little bit on Twitter. I've been seeing this narrative and take on Twitter a little bit, and I want to bear it now before it gets bigger. Jimmy's run is not on the 2018 LeBron level. It's just not. Let's stop. Before we start making these comparisons, before this take starts to blow up, let's end it now. He's not on 2018 LeBron's level. They're trying so hard to make it seem like it's Jimmy versus the world. I mean, yes, he doesn't have a superstar cast, which is impressive. But he has some help, which is greater than what LeBron had. LeBron did not have an all-star and an all-league defender as his co-star, giving you 20 and 10. Yes, name value-wise, all you see is undrafted players. But these dudes are balling. The Heat in the series have 3 to 5 guys not named Jimmy Butler giving you 15 a game. Unlike LeBron, Rodney Hood wasn't giving you 29 like Vincent. Vincent by himself outscored Brown and Tatum combined. George Hill's not doing that. And when did LeBron in that run ever have a team? When did LeBron in that run ever have his teammates hit 19 threes without him adding to it? When did the 2018 Cavs? The 2018 Cavs could never go up against 20. The 2018 Cavs could never go up 30 against Boston before LeBron had 16 points. The Heat were up 30 with Jimmy Butler going 5 for 13. The 2018 Cavs could never do that against any team if LeBron was playing like that. So no, this Jimmy Butler playoff run is not on the level of LeBron. It's a great run though. It is, but it's not on the level of 2018 LeBron. Like Strus, Vincent, Martin, Caleb Martin's giving him 20 a game. Like, that's just not happening. Like, that's just not happening. Rodney Hood, Kevin Love. I mean, it's ironically enough, he has Kevin Love on his team. He actually has Kevin Love on his team. Strus, Robinson, Martin, those dudes are banging like 19, 23s a game. The Cavs weren't doing that unless LeBron was also adding 3 or 4. Corby was a decent shooter for a series, but in the finals, he was terrible. There's series where Love wasn't hitting threes. There's series where these other dudes were hitting threes. Jared Smith was hitting threes. Jared Smith was hitting threes, but you tell me George Hill, Rodney Hood, Clarkson were giving you 30 in a playoff game? That didn't happen. I mean, I got to look it back, and I should have done more research and look back. What's the most points Clarkson had in that playoff run? What's the most points Hill had in that playoff run? Because Kyle Lowry's playing better than George Hill. What's the most points Rodney Hood had in that playoff run? This isn't the 2018 LeBron level. It's not. And LeBron played better than Jimmy Butler, too. It's not just his teammates. LeBron just played better than Jimmy Butler. From series to series, LeBron played better. LeBron wasn't having these like 16-point games and blowout wins. If LeBron was beating Boston, he was having 40-point games. If LeBron had a 16-point game, if LeBron James in the 2018 playoff run had a 16-point game, The Cavs were down 30. The Cavs were getting smacked by 20 to rookie Jason Tatum if LeBron had 16 points in a playoff game. But whatever. Nuggets Lakers are tonight. Let's transition to that. I was one of those people with extreme confidence going in. And I think a lot of other people were extremely confident going in. I think after beating Golden State, which most people like me thought that was the Lakers' hardest matchup, we had a lot of confidence going in Denver. And plus the fact that we beat Jokic and Murray in the bubble, it gave us, I mean, not consciously, I mean, we weren't thinking about it, but like unconscious mode, like faith that the Lakers could handle the Nuggets. I've been one of those people since January, saying like the Nuggets don't want to see the Lakers. I've been pushing for the Nuggets matchup. I mean, how many TikToks did I make saying, or how many comments did I go into people's lives saying the Nuggets don't want to see the Lakers? We can push around Jokic. We can lock them down. We beat them before multiple times in the regular season. We're more physical than them. I made so many TikToks saying that. I think I just underestimated the Denver Nuggets. And I think a lot of other people did too. I obviously knew they were good at basketball, but I just thought the Lakers defensively could slow it a bit down. Get physical. Press up on Jokic. Take him out of a game. But I also didn't see this from LeBron James. Is LeBron washed? I don't know. I'm going to ask that question next time we have more people in here. Is LeBron washed? But first, my prediction for tonight. W shirt. Facts, bro. This is Cincy Connect. Speaking of disappointing team, Reds bullpen. Predictions for tonight, at least I think the Lakers are going to win. I want to see who's the favorite for tonight. The Lakers, I mean, I don't think the favorite even matters anymore because the Lakers were 5.5-point favorite to win game 3. I thought they were. Vegas said they were, and they lost. Lakers are now the 3-point favorite, so now it shrinks. Even with it being the last game and full-on desperation, win or go home game for the Lakers, the line shrunk. So Vegas is losing faith in the Lakers. This is sad. Now it's a 3. I got the Lakers winning tonight by like 5 or 6, maybe 10. It depends what type of game they play. I mean, the Lakers have been up a couple times in the series. But reflecting on the series, it always just felt like the Lakers were just trailing like most of the series. The Lakers were up 11 in game 2. But for most of the series, I just felt like the Lakers have been playing from behind. I didn't see that at all. I felt like the Lakers have just been playing from behind. There's so much wrong with this series, and it just hurts, man. It hurts. I'm coping right now. I mean, I told my friends, yo, listen, if we beat Golden State, I'm fine if we lose to Denver because at least we beat Curry. But I really thought we had a chance to beat Denver. I mean, Jokic up into that fourth quarter in game 3 didn't have that good of a game. He was quiet. They really took him out of the game. They gave up 30 in the first half to Jamal Murray. So tonight I got the Lakers. I think LeBron is not going to let this game. LeBron might have like one like last dance type of game. He's not going to let it go away. Expect like 26 to 30 from LeBron James. Expect nice role playing type games from Hachimura and Reeves. Anthony Davis gives you about like 20, and they win. That's in a desperate game. But a lot's wrong with this series. I can blame a lot on Darvin Ham, but I don't because at the end of the day, is Darvin Ham responsible for LeBron James shooting like 8 threes a game? Why did LeBron James shoot 9 threes in game 3? Why is LeBron James taking 6 threes? Why is LeBron James taking these many threes? Why? It's hurting the team. It really, I mean, Anthony Davis outside of game 2, he's had such a strong series. Defensively, one-on-one, he's getting a little cooked by Jokic. But he's grabbing rebounds, 28 points, 40 in game 1. Reeves is playing really well. Reeves and Hachimura, I mean, Hachimura was 4 for 12 in game 3, but consistently, you're getting Reeves and Hachimura having great games. But LeBron James is going 8 for 19. D'Angelo Russell, man. D'Angelo Russell is one of the worst players. Okay. But you understand what I'm saying? D'Angelo Russell is selling hard. I think if I'm looking at this series and the fact that D'Angelo Russell is starting fourth quarters in game 3, getting minutes. I mean, 20 minutes is low, but he shouldn't be getting 20 minutes. He should be getting 10 to 15. The fact that he's starting in the fourth quarter, this man is minus 12. It seems like when D'Angelo Russell is not on the court, the Lakers are clawing back to get the lead, taking the lead, going on runs. But as soon as Elo comes back on the floor, the Nuggets take control of the game. Let's look at these stats from D'Angelo Russell. So D'Angelo Russell, the guy locked in. The weather's nice. 7 points, 29% from the field, 14% from the three, 75% from the line in the series. Absolutely selling. I don't think D'Angelo Russell should start. He's going to start, though, or at least get as many minutes he should. I think we're better off running LeBron at point guard and having Vanderbilt, Hachimura, Reeves, and Davis starting. I think that lineup's a lot better. I think that lineup goes on a lot more runs against the Nuggets, and it's a more positive lineup. I got to see the plus minus with that exact lineup, but it's really good when I at least watch it. And then have D'Lo, Schroeder, Cook off the bench and play spot minutes. I believe if Darvin Ham doesn't want to bench, it has to be from the top down at least. Maybe it's Darvin Ham. Maybe it's Pelinka saying don't do it. Maybe it's Pelinka saying don't do it. Because if this was Dennis Schroeder going 1 for 8, averaging 7 points in a series, D'Lo airball twice in game 3. So if this was Dennis Schroeder airballing twice, if this was him airballing twice, he would have had a DNP. Dennis Schroeder would have quickly gotten 5 minutes a game or gotten DNP'd. 5 to 10 minutes or DNP. But since it's D'Lo, he has the name value. He's a former All-Star. He's a free agent that the Lakers are trying to get back for next year. They don't want to bench him because they probably believe if we bench him, a guy who started for his entire career going back to elementary school, we're going to lose him. He's young. We're going to lose him. He can start somewhere else. He's severely hurting this team. If we manage the D'Angelo Russell situation better, or at least he's playing better, the Lakers have a game or two. But it's also on LeBron. Jared Vanderbilt's playing good defense, but he's such a net negative on offense. It's bad. I've never seen a player. I don't know how he's gotten in the NBA. He has 0 bag. I've never seen a player look that bad whenever he touches a basketball. He has no idea what he's doing. It looks like me out there. Just no idea what he's doing on offense. But my prediction for tonight is the Lakers win by 5 or 12. And this Nuggets team is really good. I underestimated them. But I was thinking about this yesterday, and I was on TikTok Live. And I was talking to some people, and I was talking about LeBron and this Nuggets team, LeBron's career. And obviously, when you talk about LeBron and LeBron's losing, Jordan comes up. But I was thinking to myself this, and I shared it to the TikTok panel. You can make the argument that the Denver Nuggets team is better than the 90s Jazz that Jordan played in the NBA Finals. I'm serious. We can have this discussion. LeBron's competition is so much harder than Jordan that we could have a conversation that this Denver Nuggets team is better than the 90s Jazz team that Jordan played in back-to-back NBA Finals, his most iconic competition. I'm being serious. Take away the accolades, and as a pure player, who's playing better? Malone in the finals or Jokic right now? Jokic, clearly. Jokic is better than Carmelo. Take away the accolades. Clears as a playoff riser. Dude's having 30 and 20 games. Carmelo's not doing that. Carmelo's a playoff dropper. Stockton's an all-time great point guard, but is Stockton going for 30-point first halves, hitting 6 threes? Is Stockton dominating offensively like Jamal Murray? Was Stockton in the NBA Finals dominating offensively like Jamal Murray is right now? No. That duo, the duo Murray and Jokic, is outproducing the duo Malone and Stockton did in the NBA Finals. Jeff Hornacek, is Jeff Hornacek hitting over those threes like Michael Porter Jr.? Is Jeff Hornacek hitting all these shots? Is Jeff Hornacek splashing like Caldwell Pope? Can Jeff Hornacek jump like Bruce Brown? No. Like, we could be having discussions that this Denver Nuggets team is better than the Jazz. Seriously. Like, think about that for a second. Heat versus Nuggets finals about to be fire. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be fire. The narratives are going to be crazy, but I'm not watching it. Bro, if it's Saturday at 8:30, it's like, let's say it's Saturday at 10. Are you firing up Nuggets Heat finals? Nah, I'm just playing. I'll watch it. I'm obviously going to watch it. It's basketball. I love this game. But when it comes to, you said the Nuggets first ring or Jimmy completing one of the playoff runs, if those two teams do advance, which I think they will, we'll talk about in the next pod as far as what are the narratives, what next pod, if hopefully by next pod. No, not hopefully. What the fuck? I want LeBron to come back. Okay. Well, they're probably going to, for time's sake, they're probably going to win these soon. Next pod's probably going to be Friday. So we're going to probably discuss the narratives going in, like the narratives as in, like, if Jimmy wins this ring, what does this mean for his legacy? If Jokic wins this ring, where's he all time? Stuff like that. We'll talk about that next pod. We'll also talk next pod where James Harden's going to go, because there's rumors going around about, is James Harden going? Is he staying with Embiid? And Doc Rivers is gone now, so is he more enticed to stay with the United States and run it back? Because that's a good team right there with Maxey. Or is James Harden going to go back to H-Town and team up with Ime Udoka and that first round draft lottery top 5 pick they got? I think it's number 4, and team up with Jalen Green and company and, the money that they have in the offseason. Or could he go to Phoenix and take Chris Paul's spot, and do they shop DeAndre Ayton and run a big 3 of Booker, Durant, and Harden, kind of like the Brooklyn Nets of 2021? Would we kind of see that? So that's going to be interesting and upcoming for next pod. But until then, this was kind of like a spontaneous stream. I was going to have more people. We were going to have a good panel today, but people didn't show up, which is fine. Hopefully on the next show, which I believe would be Friday. Actually, let's see the schedule. That would give me enough time, right? Friday. Well, hopefully next pod, I'm going to do next pod when both the series are over. Well, game 6. Game 6 of the Lakers will be on Friday. So hopefully Friday. I don't want to keep saying hopefully, but I also don't want to see this series extend unless the Lakers are actually going to win. So yeah, hopefully Friday both the series are over, and then we can talk about it and have the pod there without having to do more predictions, and we have a full panel discussing the NBA Finals preview, discussing where James Harden is going to go, the narratives of who wins his MVP, break down the last 2 games of the series, and get a full grasp of what went wrong with the Lakers and Heat with some players. But thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the 38th episode of Some Casual Takes. Short stream today because I didn't really prepare for it to be a solo pod. We had a legend here, but he had to go. I didn't really prepare for today to be a solo pod. I didn't even promote this stream because I was a little bit out of nowhere. Didn't really prepare for a solo stream, but we kind of wung it anyways. Just talking basketball, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Try to find me Friday at 12:30, but if not, because sometimes stuff moves around, stuff happens in life. I'm a busy man, and I gotta make sure I have a correct time for the people in the panel to come on. Just make sure you got them notice on. But I'm out of here. See you guys later. Peace.